And so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said to Adam, with reference to this suffering, this toiling that he will end up having to endure. If Adam does not heed that warning and he is expelled to the material realm, he is going to endure a kind of suffering. And this suffering is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala explains. Now, note the interesting elements here. Inna laka alla tajua fiha wala ta'ra. Indeed, for you there is no hunger in paradise, nor will you be unclothed. وَإِنَّكَ لَا تَظْمَأُ فِيهَا وَلَا تَضْحَى. And indeed for you there is no thirst in paradise, nor the scorching sun, or nor the scorch. It is derivative from there that the scorch is from the sun. These are the three necessities of survival on earth: elementary science, food and drink, shelter from the elements, and clothing from nakedness. So, why do we suffer these needs when Almighty Allah had already decreed our being in the material realm? Why would He forewarn Adam against these things if that was already the destination, if that was already what he was going to endure? He explains it, Allah. وَلَقَدْ عَهِدْنَا إِلَىٰ آدَمَ مِنْ قَبْلُ فَنَسِيَ وَلَمْ نَجِدْ لَهُ عَزْمًا. We made a covenant with Adam at a time before, but he forgot and we found him lacking in firmness. Of course, this is a much more deeper, more complex ayah to decipher. But what it means essentially is that as per the covenant and by Adam's response to Nabi Musa in that hadith, that the destination to the material realm had not changed. The destination had not changed. Fate had not changed. It is the manner in which it was going to happen that had changed. What we could say, the algorithm had changed. This is the variance between fate and destiny. The bigger question that is often asked in Kalam arguments: if Allah has already decreed everything, why do we have the ability to choose? This is the difference. The destination, Allah has already decreed it. How you get there is entirely up to you. So He put the condition forward: be wary of this fella. He's going to lead you astray. By definition of which, how you end up towards the destination is going to change. So what preempted this change? What exactly did Iblis do? What kind of ideology did he put forward to counter that philosophy, the good philosophy? What bad philosophy did he propose? فَوَسْوَسَ إِلَيْهِ الشَّيْطَانُ. And he whispered to them, the devil. قَالَ. He said, Ya Adam, هَلْ أَدُلُّكَ عَلَى شَجَرَةِ الْخُلْدِ. Should I show you the tree of immortality? وَمُلْكٍ لَا يَبْلَى. And a kingdom that never decays. Now put this thing into perspective. There are two elements here. And analyze, just observe the world and look at human nature. Which philosophy is human nature really following in the majority? Are they following the concept of Khalifa, Ilm and Abd? Or are they following the philosophy of seeking an immortal material life and a kingdom that never decays? Meaning, are they constantly trying to improve their lives with the hopes of living forever in this world? And the development, the progress, the technology and the advancement for the purpose of prolonging their extension and stay on this earth. This is what they are terming as man's profound quest to unlock the secrets of life and overcome death. In that he thinks that he can live forever. He can outlast creation. This is where we understand that eschatology is not about the end of times. The eschatology is about understanding the beginning in application to the present and the end of times. Because the philosophy that was applied in the beginning is the same philosophy that has been applied through and through. There are only two opposing forces. Either you do it this way or you do it that way. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has put that choice in the human being. Alam naj'al lahu aynayn. Did we not give them two sights? Two sights, two eyes. Outward perception and an inward perception. وَلِسَانًا وَشَفَتَيْن وَهَدَيْنَاهُ النَّجْدَيْن فَلَاقْتَحَمَ الْعَقَبَةَ. He has given you these options. Either you choose this route or you choose that route. The route He has given you or the route that Iblis is giving you. It's interesting to note, because when the waswasa is applied here, the term waswasa is not actual whispering. It's attributed to whispering in terms of whispering in somebody's ear. But waswasa is, in the Arabic, it's a mite, like a termite, like a worm or a virus. And it's associated with the devil's whispers in the descriptive form. It's not a literal whispering in the ear. He doesn't come and whisper you in the ear. What he does is he plants an ideology. He plants a seed and he lets your own thinking do its thing. The concept is that the devil's greatest ploy is in number one, making you believe that he does not exist as the devil. And in that he does not approach you with red skin and horns. He comes to you as the thing that you desire the most. So human nature desires life because human nature has been created to exist. And that existence makes human nature to want to keep existing. And that's the game he's playing. فَوَسْوَسَ لَهُمَا الشَّيْطَانُ لِيُبْدِيَ لَهُمَا مَا وُرِيَ عَنْهُمَا مِنْ سَوْءَتِهِمَا وَقَالَ مَا نَحْكُمَ رَبُّكُمَا عَنْ هَذِهِ الشَّجَرَةِ إِلَّا أَن تَكُونَ مَلَكَيْنِ أَوْ تَكُونَ مِنَ الْخَالِدِينَ. He whispered to them, he gave them the waswasa, he planted the seed. This is the seed that he's going to plant. Why did he plant the seed? To expose what lay of their shame. Now what is shame here? It's not nakedness, it's not outward nakedness. Shame is that inward feeling, that guilt that I have done something wrong, that I have faulted here, I have defaulted. By definition of defaulted, you have disobeyed. This is what he wanted to expose of this being, this Adam, this creature that Allah is claiming to be the perfect creation. He wants to expose that. See the arrogance of the individual, right? See the defiance of the individual. What idea does he then plant so that that waswasa can flourish by human nature's own weakness that he wants to expose? He says, did your Lord not forbid you of this tree? Allah forbade them, told them not to eat of this tree. So Iblis is countering that, planting the seed. Now, and he's using an expertise in logic. Didn't he prohibit you from eating of this tree so that you would become like the angels or one of the immortals? This is the seed he's planting, making the human being wonder in that faculty of curiosity. Curiosity kicks in. Well, what if this is why he said don't do it? Well, what if this is what he's preventing us from doing? Maybe we should try it and see what happens. That thinking. See, he cantilets the hymns most prickling to your curiosity. He instills the melodies most soothing to your soul. He plays the symphonies most mellifluous to your heart. He steals your confidence and he embezzles your trust. وَقَسَمُوهَا إِنِّي لَكُمَا لَمِنَ النَّاصِحِينَ. He swore to them, I am to you among the most sincerest of advisors. I'm doing this for your good. I'm doing it for you, for your charity. And then, this is his attribution. This is how he always does it. He betrays you at the very edge, at the very pinnacle, the last moment of direness. That's when he departs. He leaves you to your own discomfiture, your own fault. There's no one you can blame at that point. فَدَلَّهُمَا بِعُرُورٍ فَلَمَّا دَاقَ الشَّجَرَةَ بَدَتْ لَهُمَا سَوْآتُهُمَا وطفيق يخصفان عليهما من ورق الجنة وناداهما ربهما ألم أنهكما عن تلكما الشجرة وقل لكما إن الشيطان لكما عدو مبين. He lured them by deception, and when they tasted of the tree, exposed to them was their shame, and they concealed themselves with the leaves of paradise. Again, this is not the shame of outward nakedness. It is inward nakedness. The shame is revealed. The weakness is revealed. Concealment by the leaves of paradise with the leaves of paradise is metaphoric in example. Concealment, trying to hide yourself with the purity of paradise. And their Lord called unto them, Alam anhakuma an tilkuma shajarati. Did I not tell you not to eat from this tree? Did I not forbid you from this tree? وَأَقُلْ لَكُمَا, and I told you both. Inna shaytana, verily, the devil, lakuma aduun mubin, is a clear enemy to you. The protagonist was made clear. You were told not to listen to him, yet you listened to him. He did not ask, why did you do it? He did not ask any of that. He knew it would happen. All throughout the whole story playing out, from the moment he declared that this creation is going to come to being, he knew that this is going to happen. He allowed it to happen because there is something of a wisdom that is being conveyed here. To send mankind into the material realm without showing him his weakness would not be beneficial to the human being. But now that he knows his weakness and it is inherently manifest into him, there is no excuse from that point onwards. You know your strengths, you know your weaknesses. Which one are you going to follow? Then, despite the warning, man's desire took precedence. His weakness was availed. And it was a hard-learned lesson, but a lesson nonetheless. It was a lesson. When your child falls, you let your child pick himself up. Only then will he learn his lesson. If you rush to pick him up and caress him and treat him and pamper him, he's not going to learn his lesson, right? This was a knowledge that was unknown to him, and through the hard-learned learning process of experience, it was now known to him. So what happened after that? قَالَ رَبَّنَا ظَلَمْنَا أَنفُسَنَا وَإِن لَمْ تَغْفِرْ لَنَا وَتَرْحَمْنَا لَنَكُونَنَّ مِنَ الْخَاسِرِينَ. They said unto Allah, O our Lord, we have wronged ourselves. أنفسنا, not the term used here. أنفسنا, derivative of nafs. They existed in the form of nafs. This is the true human self. We wronged ourselves, not our bodies, not our intellects, not our emotions, ourselves. وَإِن لَمْ تَغْفِرْ لَنَا, if you do not forgive us, وَتَرْحَمْنَا, and you do not have mercy on us, on kindness on us, لَنَكُونَنَّ مِنَ الْخَاسِرِينَ, we are going to be among those who are lost. So, what can be derived from this statement? A mistake was acknowledged. They admitted their fault and they sought forgiveness. So, what did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala do? ثُمَّ اجْتَبَاهُ رَبُّهُ فَتَابَ عَلَيْهِ وَهَدَى. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala chose Adam and turned to him with mercy and kindness in response to his atonement, in response to his dua. Forgive us and approach us with kindness. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgave him and approached him with kindness. Wahada, and then guided him and then told him, okay, this is what you did wrong. Now do this, this and that. So here is the conundrum. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgave them. Where is the punishment? If atonement, if the crime was forgiven, where is the punishment? Which is now the concept that most people have. Oh, we were sent to earth because of punishment. Oh, this, that, and the other. قال اهبطا منها جميعا. Allah then told them, descend from paradise, all of you. جميعا, all of you. You, Hawa, and Iblis, all of you. بعضكم لبعض عدو. Some of you, not all of you, some of you, mankind, are enemies, sworn enemies of others of them, jinn kind. This is a different dynamic here. Because not all jinn are bad and evil. Not all jinn are looking for the downfall of humanity. Additionally, not all human beings are trying to seek out the jinn. There is a barrier that has been placed between two races, and that barrier has to be respected. So not all human beings are out there looking for jinn to help them, and not all jinn are out there trying to harm human beings. Some of them are enemies of others of them. This is where you apply eschatology and say that if the beginning is where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said that there is an enmity between some of you, then how do you perceive the modern sense, the current trend, and the eschatology of it? He says in Surah Ar-Rahman, Ya ma'ashar al-jinni wal-ins, O you of jinn and man. He's not speaking to both of them, he's speaking to some of them and others of them who are allies of each other. So some of them are in cahoots. إِنِ اسْتَطَعْتُمْ أَن تَنْفُذُوا مِنْ أَقْطَارِ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ. If you think that you can traverse the boundaries of the heavens and the depths of the earth, meaning the boundaries of the spiritual realm and the depths of the material realm, فَانْفُذُوا. Go ahead, try it. لَا تَنْفُذُونَ إِلَّا بِالسُّلْطَانِ. You will not be able to do it except by my authority.